Here we are at 12:20. This is the final tenant walkthrough. She is not here yet. I got here early, so I'm going to do it without her. A lot of stuff I'm going to point out is just stuff about the house for Trenton, you and Nick, just to see and then get my input on it. I'm not here to determine whose fault it is or what to be done with it, just to kind of point the stuff out. This driveway is starting to crumble over here on this side. I don't know why it's so much worse, but you can see, I mean, it is just falling apart, man. It's a little bit of debris and stuff over here, but they're coming back, I think, get some of this stuff. Tree looks good. Starting got some fruit. Anyway, paint. I don't know who you had paint this for recently, but that doesn't look good at all. This wood rot starting to come apart here. I can almost squeeze through this right there. Look at that. That doesn't look so good. The shingle, I wish you could replace this shingle here. It can't cost very much. I'm not talking about a new roof. I'm just talking about if you guys plan on selling this, just re-shingling that. I mean, dress it up with a different color. It'd really make that thing pop. You know, exterior needs to be repainted. It looks like you guys did it recently. I mean, I can't remember who did it, but they didn't do a great job. I mean, it's just colored all over the place. Interior was repainted originally. You can tell somebody touched it up big time. It's almost comical. It's going to be hard to tell. Oh, you can actually see it in this video. With the glare of the light, it is very apparent. It's just a totally different sheen. One's probably a flat, one's probably an eggshell, or flat and a satin or something like that. Looks like somebody just, look at that. I mean, it's comical. It really is. It needs to be repainted anyway over here. I mean, look at this. I haven't ever seen anything quite like that before. Anyway, back to the point. Inside needs to be repainted. This spot, some gap there, a little bit, feels a little bit moist. I don't know if this window is letting water in a little bit, but definitely starting to bow a little bit. It feels a little damp. Gonna go into the garage real quick. Garage floor is pretty dirty. It needs to be pressure washed. Garage door itself does not work properly. I pressed it. It would not go down on its own. It keeps popping back up. I don't know if the lasers over there are not in line. I had to force it down, which basically means you just push the button down all the way until it drops, and then it closes. These window blinds are still up, amazingly enough, years later. That's pretty impressive that it's even possible. We're gonna go around back real quick. Grass looks great. It really does. Nice and green. Nick, your tree is fantastic. You are a great tree picker-outer. Way to go. Big props on that. You can see the paint back here is miserably done. Again, I can't remember who did this or why it's all patched up like this, but it just looks terrible. All the fascia board underneath just looks terrible. That gutter is totally removed from the side, which isn't good at all. Easily could just drop off. You can see nails coming out right there. You did get one new window. Big props on that one. This one, not doing so well. It's being held together by duct tape. Duct tape will fix anything. Let's see, where do we go from here? I think I'll probably slide in. This door slider is in really bad shape. It opens to there, and then after that, hold on. Oh, no, it doesn't even open to there. There we go. Oh, it's stuck. That's how far open it is. Need some new rollers on that thing. That is in bad shape. Sorry, I'm spinning around in a circle here. I apologize. I'm trying to go back to where I was. The kitchen all looks pretty good. I mean, cabinets and stuff like that. Could take them or leave them, to be honest with you. In here, tile floor looks good. All these windows are in bad shape. They were the old school Jalous windows, Jalous, French, however you pronounce it. You can see the gap here. See a little bit of it. I don't know if you can see that in the video, but basically they're not sealed tight. I mean, for energy efficiency in the summertime, it's miserable, I can only imagine. The door to this is in the garage. There's a spot up here that's cracking. How it cracks from there, I have no clue. Unless somebody from inside popped it off, or from someone who's in the attic and put the weight on it. That is beyond me, how that cracks in that same spot. I checked the water pressure in this shower. It is not good. Not much comes out. I don't know how anybody deals with that. So that's nothing anybody can do about it, I don't think, but that water pressure is terrible. Onward and upward, caulking all throughout. This needs to get redone. You know, if you're gonna keep these countertops around, you know, I mean, I'd just wipe this thing clean and start all over, but that's just me. I think somebody put new cabinets in there. I don't remember them being a natural wood like that, so I don't know if the other one's broke or cracked or what the story was. The grout's pretty dirty, not a big deal. Just figure I'd point that out. I don't think there was anything. Oh yeah, there was this in here that's coming off of the wall like that. Seems to be pushed back in, more or less. Maybe something more to it. I'm not gonna. Floors have handled it pretty well. Laminate. This one's gapped out too. I'm gonna go before I leave to the outside and push these things in just so they are a little bit more energy efficient. This is the window that was taped from the outside. That one actually is tighter fit than the rest of them, but that's why it comes the tape. Somebody put a hook up here. Again, who knows for that one? That's a head scratcher. And then the final back room. This is probably where the water damage was. You can see it all rippling up over there, separated from the laminate. So that whole wall's in bad shape. This whole ceiling, you can tell, is mixed up with the paints and the textures and needs to be sanded down and just made look right. Obviously everybody's gonna question why is it like that. This closet door is, listen to this. Whew, whew, whew. That don't give you the shivers. So that closet door is in bad shape. You know, for having 3 years of tenants or wherever we're at with this whole thing, 3.5, 4 years of tenants, honestly, the house isn't in that bad of shape. Most of the stuff that I pointed out is more or less minor and to be expected after this many years of wear and tear. So again, we can go back and look at the entry video to see how it's different and what you guys want to do with security deposits. But I'm just here to point out what I see, and I think we got that accomplished pretty well. That's it.